Hello everyone. So I was reviewing the book that I read 6 months ago with the name of 10 Pillars of Wealth. It was written by Alex Becker. I was reviewing the book and I was kind of rereading it. That one of the points of wealth came to my mind that I want to share it with you. So the author Alex Becker, he used to work as an aircraft firefighter that really started to transition him to entrepreneurship. So in his book, he's saying, I was an aircraft firefighter during my 4 years in the service. On most bases, an aircraft firefighter would spend his time training and fighting fires as the title entails. However, 99.9% of my time was spent cleaning and washing fire trucks. I learned more about cleaning toilets and mopping floors than I did about fighting fires. So then he goes to longest story short. After cleaning my 15th, 100th or so toilet, I had enough. I wanted to move on after my term up. My term was up and do something new. There was just one tiny little problem. I had no real world skills. The firefighter training that was provided in the Air Force was very specialized and did not carry over too well in the super competitive career field of firefighting. And I didn't want to make a living cleaning toilets for the rest of my life. So I had two choices: extend my time in the military and endure another 4 years of doing something I absolutely hated with all my heart and soul, or do something mildly absurd and try to learn how to make enough money to live off of when I got out of the military. So then once he decided to, he chose option number two, choices number two, and he got out of the military, and once he was out of the Air Force, he had only $6,000. So he's saying that I had no formal education. I was confronted with immense pain. So once he gets out of the Air Force, out of the service, he goes and he absorbs himself to learn all about SEO, search engine optimization, in the next 6 months, and he's become an expert in there, where he is now a multimillionaire, or it's better to say self-made multimillionaire in America. So the first pillar that he is teaching entrepreneurs is it's called rejecting getting rich slow. So let's see what his argument is. Um, he's saying forewarning. If you are new to the idea that you can make as much as money as you want and live a life of true freedom, then I am probably going to piss you off a bit. This is because everything that everyone has ever taught you about becoming successful is completely wrong. Yes, wrong. Unless you were taught by a self-made multimillionaire. Your dad was wrong, your grandparents were wrong, your teachers were wrong, your friends are probably idiots and they are also wrong. People and society are always wrong. You are wrong. Seriously, go for a drive down any highway in any major city around 8 a.m. You will see tens of thousands of college educated people packed bumper to bumper, sipping on their shitty convenience store coffees and yelling profanity at the people in front of them. This is undoubtedly not what they want to be doing at 8 a.m. 5 days a week. They are mildly miserable, but they don't think they have any other options. That's so sad, man. So they live this life every single day until they retire or die. So what's the plan that they are doing? So let's assume that you had A average in high school and got into a good college, graduated magna cum laude in one of the honors program, and accepted an epic job paying you 70,000 a year, 70 grand a year. You are also a hardworking badass. So instead of the average promotion of 3% a year, you get 5 to 7% a year. That will equal over 100 grand a year in 10 years and quite a bit more in 30 years. You lucky duck. So now the financial risk and quality of life of getting rich slowly. So listen here. Is this safe? Is this smart? Let's look at it from a financial point of view. So, sounds like a pretty safe bet. You just have to make sure none of the following events happen. You die in the next 30 years, you get fired from your job, you get laid off, which by the way is probably happening a lot. It happened with Yahoo a couple of years ago. Your job gets outsourced, which is happening a lot. All of the jobs, that was the main presidential election issue, coming to China or Mexico because of the cheap labor. It's just a natural way of doing business. So a lot of jobs are getting outsourced. But let's just assuming you don't get outsourced. Let's just assuming your job become obsolete, and you have to make sure all of the following events happen. The company you work for stays successful, the economy stays decent, the currency your money is saved under stays strong, your investment don't collapse. Financial crisis 2008. You don't have any major illnesses that stops you from working. Yeah, as long as all those things work out exactly in your favor, you will be a sort of millionaire 30 years from now. And I say sort of millionaire because the true idea of being a millionaire is not even worrying about money. If you have to save every penny that you earn, then watch every penny once you retire, you are not really living the idea of being a millionaire. So the argument that he's making here is simple. Financial well-being is decided by everyone and everything except you. And this is your fault because you are allowing this to happen. It's common sense that the longer it takes to build something, the more likely something will go wrong simply due to the amount of time spent building it. It's very simple. So let me break it down for you. The idea of getting rich slowly in a 30 years plan, which you've been probably sold with your teacher, your parents, your grandparents, with Wall Street or all these components of the society. Here is a problem. The longer that it takes, the higher probability something happens that is out of your control and affects your financial well-being. Let's give an example. The people who are right now in hospital as a result of a heart disease, did they really plan to have a heart disease? Did they really have a plan to have a heart attack? Not really. Do you have a plan to have a heart attack? No, nobody has that. So the longer that you wait to become wealthy, the higher the probability something happens to stop you from getting wealthy. So this is the main point that he is making. Get rid of the mentality of getting rich slowly. And that's the first pillar of creating wealth for you and your family. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it was educational for you. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button. My goal is to have 100 subscribers by the end of this month. So I want to grow this channel to expand the knowledge and education to help you grow your business and grow your personal development. Thank you.